I don't know if you've seen this online, but you know that song from Lauren Daigle, and it's called Still Rolling Stones, and we are playing that on his radio. She got together with her band. This is the song right here. And they did this amazing thing where all the band was at their own houses. She's at her house, and then they start belting out Still Rolling Stones. It's so amazing. She's like center screen, and you've seen some choirs and stuff do this, but to see Lauren Daigle's full band do this along with the background singers, it just like goes, whoa, chills up and down your spine on this one.
Yeah, after I saw this yesterday, I just could not stop singing it, and it just gave me such encouragement.
Because he's alive. That stone rolled away, right? Come on, Lauren. I love the way this looks online. Oh, here's the big finish.
His morning crew.
Okay, there's too much social distancing. Things have been canceled, and if you're a fan of the Summer Olympics, you already know they're a thing next year, not this year. They're postponing it to 2021. So here's what NBC Olympic Channel is doing. They're getting ready to do the classic Olympics. So they're going to start with the Rio Games of 2016. So be able to watch that. They're going to do this for like 100 hours. It's 100 hours of classic Olympic Games. They're going to start for the rest of April. They'll show Beijing 2008, London 2012, and then they're going to scatter in basketball to gymnastics and everything in between with swimming from 1988 to 2016 of Summer Olympics. So at least we'll get a little bit of something if you're into the Summer Olympics.
And we are totally into the Summer Olympics. Love watching Michael Phelps, the greatest of all time, as they call him, the GOAT. Then you got Simone Biles with gymnastics. It's going to be a lot of fun. It'll be nice to relive it and then have the Olympics to look forward to next year.
I feel for the athletes because I know how hard they train for the Olympics. That's not an easy thing. They're training all 4 years just for their spot in the Summer Olympics, and now they're going to have to keep that training going until 2021.
I'm sure they were devastated when they got that call because that was something, like you say, they've trained for their entire lives, and they have it kind of pulled out. But, nobody was in control of that. And so, except for God. God knew that was going to happen, and he's writing their story.
Yeah, so Spencer's my middle son. He's my 18-year-old college student. We were planning on doing the Spartan race in Charlotte at the beginning of April. Of course, that got canceled, and we were training really hard for that because I'm in my comeback from health from almost passing away in September. And so that was kind of devastating in a sense, but we understood, but we did it virtually online, which was cool.
How did you do that virtually online?
We just got a joystick. No. We had to run 3 miles. Yeah, we had to run 3 miles and then do burpees and 20 different type of body style obstacles to get through that thing. So
that is cool.
Yeah, it was.
Mornings
cool.
with Rob and Liz.
There is a 17-year-old named Tripp, and Tripp is an entrepreneur, I would say. He took the time because he, just like my kids, just like your kids, are quarantined. They're doing e-learning, but my kids are on spring break this week, so they're not even doing that.
Same here.
Yeah. Tripp decided, I'm going to do something for the elderly people in my neighborhood, but then it grew more than that. He started a food delivery service called Zoom Food. And what it is these folks can go online, make a shopping list, request delivery, and then a volunteer, and he's even gotten his friends in on this, a volunteer will go get their groceries and then deliver it to their home. So far, they've got 50 volunteers, and they've raised almost $1,000 in donations.
Isn't that amazing? And a 17-year-old did that. I love what he's doing. And I'm looking at the app, which is on their website. I just went to the website.
Yeah.
It is a good-looking app. It doesn't look like it. I don't mean this bad, but it doesn't look like a 17-year-old that doesn't know what he's doing did it.
So you're saying it doesn't look like something I would have done?
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. And Liz is not 17.
No, I'm not 17. Just I am not that technically savvy.
It looks like it was done by a Fortune 500 company, the way that he has his app. It's really cool. And they're serving the greater Cincinnati area, so it's not around here. But, I mean, what he's doing, I hope it takes off for the rest
Yeah.
of the country because this is a service that can even be needed beyond COVID-19, you know?
Yeah, and he's even following the CDC guidelines as far as the no contact delivery. So this guy is ticking all the boxes.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
There's a couple in Austin. They were dealing with this COVID-19 thing. Actually had to go to the hospital. I think they were in there about 9-10 days. They got to go home on Good Friday, which was
That's
super
cool.
cool. Yeah, and listen, Maria is 69. Jose is 70. They called the doctors and the nurses heroes. They said they were right there with them, but you know who they gave the most credit to? It was God. They said
Mm.
without God, they would not have made it through COVID-19. So they got their priorities in order and they are ready to just be at home together as a married couple.
And because of their age, they were high risk.
Yes, they were.
They're high risk. They're one of the first that got it in that city. That was like Texas, right?
Yeah, Austin.
Austin, Texas. Yeah.
Yep.
So they were high risk. They were in the hospital. They were one of the first that got it in the city, and they came out of it all healed up because of, like you said, that was God. That was amazing.
Yeah. I love those kind of stories. I saw a World War II veteran that's 80 years old that was released. So, you know, this is not a death sentence. I think a lot of people are thinking maybe it is. It is absolutely not, and you will overcome it.
His morning crew.
And we are talking about these storms that came through early on Monday morning, and that death toll is somewhere in the 30s. I think the low 30s. I know, and people are still trying to assess the damage, whether trees fell. I know that they did a lot of work around our neighborhood yesterday. But did you see this out of Alabama? There's a church called Lawyer Missionary Baptist Church, or Lawler. They had 3 crosses out on the front. Out on their property, and the storms came through. The 2 on the ends fell in the heavy winds, the high winds. The one in the middle that represented the resurrection, the crucifixion of Jesus Christ, is still standing. Y'all, I got cold chills.
I'm telling you. Yeah, of course, Jesus is not on that cross, but the thief's cross went down,
Mm-hmm.
and the one that Jesus was on stayed up at
Yeah.
that church in the middle of all these storms that blew everything down. Alabama really got hit hard.
They
with those
did.
storms. I mean, we thought it was hard here, and it was devastation in some places. But oh my word, Alabama and Mississippi, rather, that was something else. That is cool to see. How
Yeah,
the
and
little things just kind of just pop out like that.
right. And it reaffirms everything that you believe. It's just like, wow, God gave us that little a note of encouragement to say, wow, I am still here, and wow.
Yeah, and that there is definitely hope.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
I don't know if you noticed, but places like Panera and Subway and some other restaurants are now offering some groceries because people need to go and get some groceries, and some places don't have exactly what you need. Now, these other places like Subway, Panera, and some other restaurants are actually doing that now.
Yeah, they are. I even went on the Panera website just to take a look around, see what they have. And they have things like fruit and milk, and of course, bread. And you can get half dozen or a dozen bagels, which I love their bagels. But
Hmm.
yeah, you can do a little grocery shopping. And now the prices are just a tick higher than you would find at the grocery store. But these are some of those things that you can't find in the grocery store.
I saw Denny's is doing this. Moe's Southwest Grill. So you walk in and go, "Welcome to Moe's. Would you like a pint of milk? A gallon of milk?" And if there's like a California Pizza Kitchen near you, or a friend of yours on Facebook or Instagram, they're doing the grocery thing too.
That is super cool because it gives us another outlet. You know, they have these delivery services that bring their supplies, and maybe they're not doing as much business, so it helps you and it helps them.
Yeah, it sure does. So that's Subway, Panera, Denny's, Moe's, and some other places that are offering groceries like that.
His morning crew.
Working from home, huh? There's so many people that are doing that. You may be doing that if you're not furloughed and they've got you on the laptop or something. There's some ways that we're learning about that make it a tad bit easier. Not completely easiest, but at least a little bit easier to work from home.
All right. So some of those things, like Apple has a Bluetooth rechargeable mouse, which I have. So I work with that every day. And I also have a wireless keyboard, and that makes it so much easier, and the cords are gone. You don't have to worry about tripping over them like me.
I don't know if you're like on a laptop that your work issues you, and that's the only thing that you have that you can do your work on if you're working from home. But I saw that there was this screen that you can attach to the side of your laptop. So it gives you more workspace. So it kind of makes it doable. One of the best they say is the mobile pixels do, like 1, 2 French do. So they
Okay.
use that. And I saw this super USB charger because I don't know about you, but trying to find places to charge everything, your phone, your iPad, your laptop, all this stuff. So now they have this thing for, I think it was like $30, a USB supercharger that allows you to charge 3 devices at the same time and super fast. So you're not waiting like 3 hours for your phone to charge. It charges it up within the half hour.
So it's like one of
And
those
then
lightning
pick it up.
chargers.
Yeah. Boy, that's a good way to put it. Lightning.
Wow.
Because it goes pretty quick.
Yeah, it's $30.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
No.
Not too bad at all. So there's some things that are making it a little bit easier to at least cope at working at home.
I know what makes it easier for me is I'm in my daughter's old bedroom. And when I first walked in, I was like, it's really yellow. That's going to get on my nerves. Absolutely not. It puts me in a better mood.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
The color of the walls of your daughter's bedroom.
I think so. It's very happy. It's sunny. I've got an open window. And yeah, of
You
course.
see, her daughter got married, and so she's out of the house, which clears up the room. Did she see? Has she come home yet? Since you've converted the room into a makeshift studio.
Yeah, I got to tell you, my kids are not impressed by a whole lot. And she was just like, okay, whatever.
Yeah, thanks. I thought I'd visit from time to time, but no, you took it away from me.
Bed's gone.
Mornings with Rob and Liz.
Now, here's the thing. I don't know if you have rediscovered some things in your house. You know what my wife started doing just the
What's
other day? She broke out a couple of puzzles. So she just solved one puzzle, and she's got another one that she's doing right now. The one that she just did, I think it was like 3,000 pieces or something like that. And it was we picked it up when we were at the Ark up in
Oh, right. Kentucky.
the Ark in Kentucky, right on the border. It's very close to Cincinnati, so it's on the border of Kentucky and Ohio, where they have Noah's Ark. The Bible Museum puts that on.
Yeah.
It's a great place. Well, that's where we got this puzzle. So it was all the days of creation, 1 through 7, basically. That was the puzzle. It was really cool. And she's working on another one right now.
3,000 pieces, and she's
Oh,
already
yeah.
done it.
She did it. Yeah. Spencer started jumping in there. That's my college student in the house. And he solved a little bit of it. And Amy walked over there and said, "Wait, Spencer, were you solving some of my puzzle here?" It was kind of funny. I'm hearing that a lot of people have broke out their puzzles.
Do you like puzzles? I don't have the patience for puzzles.
My grandmother used to do them all the time, and I would join in and help, but I haven't done a puzzle in such a long time.
But with social distancing, I mean, we played so many card games and so many board games that they do get old a little bit. So you got to find something else. But I'm hearing that puzzles are selling out.
Yeah, they are. I saw that there was this one company that said that their sales soared 370% in just a couple of weeks.
Oh my goodness.
Selling
So
their
if you-
puzzles, yeah.
maybe you can order one online. Who knows? Because I don't know if they're in the stores here.
Well, there's one thing that I read, and this one company said, okay, now we're not essential workers, and
Mhm.
so we can't make any new puzzles, and as soon as we're sold out, they're gone. We can't
wonder
do
if-
anything until we get back to work.
I wonder if you can borrow them, if you have to like disinfect them first. I don't know how that would work,
A
honestly.
puzzle trade?
Yeah.
A little puzzle? Yeah. Spray all and,
There you
and
go.
put them out in a box in your front yard.
Exactly.
I will tell you this. My wife put a book out by the mailbox
Mhm.
and then put up on our Facebook group in our neighborhood and said, "Hey, I've got a free book for you if you want it." Not one taker. It stayed at the mailbox for 3 days, and we brought it in before it rained.
But that is still a very good idea to share books. Maybe we should start doing that.
After social distancing.
Yeah, there you go.
So you're not afraid if there's going to be COVID-19 on it or something like that.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
Hershey's. I know you like them. If you're into candy, you're into candy. My wife is. I'm sure Liz is.
Yeah, I love candy.
You like the chocolate.
Yeah.
So Hershey's now has some new flavors
Okay, good.
just in time for social distancing. Huh? So here's a couple of them: strawberries and cream. They came out with birthday cake and cookies in mint. Why haven't they been out with cookies and mint already? That seems like a popular one anyway. But that's what Hershey's has come out with, these 3 new flavors that you can grab if you want, and just kind of pound down into the face because of social distancing.
Are any of those like jumping out at you? Something you would want to try?
No, I'm not a candy guy. I like chips.
Oh, okay.
I just anything chips, I can eat it unless it's like salt and vinegar.
So
Outside
you
of
like
that, forget the candy. Yeah.
but not even like a salted caramel or anything like that?
Ew, no, that's worse. I'm
That
sorry.
that
That's
is
worse.
delightful.
No, you're wrong.
No, I'm actually not, but
No, she is.
no, I'm actually not. But I've heard of worse flavors. Do you ever see the wasabi candy canes?
Ew.
Can you imagine? And
Sounds
my
horrible.
and my son loves Hayden loves candy corn M&Ms, which I like M&Ms. I don't like candy corn, but you put the two together, ugh.
It's
Ugh.
worse.
I'm not going to try it.
You're out. Okay, I get
Yeah.
that. How about sushi? Sushi M&Ms.
Absolutely not sushi. Yes, in fact, now I'm craving sushi. Thanks for that. But and M&Ms I like
Yeah, so at least there's a couple of new flavors there for M&Ms and some flavors I think that we just discovered we don't want at all.
ever.
Ugh, uh-uh.
His morning crew.
So, do you know the actor John Krasinski? He has a little internet show because he's social distance right now. And of course, they're not filming. And so he's been putting together an internet show called Some Good News. And for 15, 20 minutes a day, he does just that, just gives good news. Well, what he did earlier this week is super cool. He brought in David Ortiz, who is otherwise known as Big Papi. He's a baseball player.
Poppy, hello.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, he's retired, but they brought him back in to represent the Boston Red Sox. And what he did for healthcare workers at Beth Israel Medical Center, going to blow you away.
Hey, I gotta tell you guys from the very bottom of my heart how much I love you and respect you for what you guys are doing. Taking your life, taking your time. That's something that it goes beyond everything. So the Red Sox are gonna donate 4 tickets for life.
What?
Yes.
To you and everybody at Beth Israel.
Yes.
So wait a minute, not just the people that they were talking to, but everybody at that hospital that works there?
Yeah, and they have thousands of employees. So this is huge. This is not the Boston Red Sox, throwing 50 tickets at somebody. This is thousands of tickets
For life.
for
For
life.
life. For as long as they're living and as long as they can get to the baseball stadium, they can go.
Yeah, that is an
Wow.
awesome gift.
That is. I wish I could get tickets for life like that. That's pretty amazing. Well, I'm so glad that they did that for them.
His morning crew.
Love for you to hear this. Trying to get some normalcy into things. Here's this one family, their 2 kids in their driveway saying, I pledge allegiance.
Of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
They're completely dressed up, ready for school.
That is so cool. I think kids and adults are finding new ways to really get out there and get some of that normalcy back in their lives, some of that schedule. They're used to doing that at school.
Yeah, and this dad, literally, he's a teacher. So he filmed his 2 daughters standing outside their home at the flagpole. They're decked out for school. I mean, they got the backpacks and everything on. It's quite amazing. So here's another young man who, out his back door, decides to play the Star Spangled Banner. Oh, even the dog gets involved in that one.
It's great, but the dog certainly makes that little.
Literally, you'll see him, and we'll put this up on our video replay at hisradio.com, Apple TV, and Roku, but you will see him literally at his back door. The door is open, and he plays the Star Spangled Banner ever since this has started at 6:30 every single night. The neighbors expect it to happen now, and it kind of brings them a little bit of joy.
I would think so. It's something routine they can look forward to. And he looks like he's in middle school, possibly, and he's really good.
He's 11 years old.
Yeah.
Doing that at 11 years old. Quite amazing young man right there.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
So tomorrow, back by popular demand, we did this a couple of weeks ago, and people loved it, and they said, we want to hear this again. So tomorrow, we're mixing in the Christmas music with his radio, with all the encouraging music. So you'll still hear that, and they're going to pepper in some Christmas music. It just kind of breaks up the monotony of staying at home with the stay-at-home orders. And so Liz does the Liz's Ugly Bakery every Thursday at 7:10. Today, she is stumped. She's like, I don't know what I'm going to do.
No, I even asked my kids for suggestions, and Luke said a Christmas lasagna. Well, I looked that up. I know it's a layered dessert, obviously, but there were so many ingredients that I didn't have that I thought, okay, I can't do that one. So I've got to work with what's in the pantry pretty much. And Regina texted me and said, try a Yule log, a chocolate Yule log. And that's a great idea. I did make one a couple of weeks ago, and I was actually very proud of it. So I don't want to ruin my track record.
It was quite the amazing thing to see. We actually have it posted on our blog at hisradio.com. So TJ is one of our producers. TJ, join the conversation here. We want to see you and everything. So TJ is one of our producers. And TJ, you said you wanted to see Liz do what?
I want to see her make some Christmas tree cupcakes where you take like the icing squirter outer thing and you make it like kind of layered up top.
The what?
The icing squirter outer thing. I don't know what it's called.
The icing bag?
Yeah, that.
Oh, that was simple enough. Hey, TJ, I would have said the same thing, dude.
So would Joey, my husband.
The squirter outer thing. I don't know what you call it. You squirt out the stuff and then boom. There you go. So cupcakes that have Christmas trees on the top of them, but the Christmas tree is the icing. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, and then you can take like little gumballs and stuff and like decorate if you have them.
Look at this guy.
Right, but I don't have any gumballs. So, but I do have probably something in the pantry somewhere I can use. But yeah, so they're not going to lay flat because that would be easier. So he's talking about a Christmas tree that stands up.
Yeah.
Oh, can you do that? Have you seen it, DJ?
I've seen them before. Yeah, they're
Okay.
a mess to eat, but they're pretty.
They're a mess to eat. Oh wow!
With the icing squirter outer.
Mhm. Okay, so Liz might take TJ's suggestion, or she might take your suggestion because she only has limited stuff in the pantry.
Yeah, and so I got to get it done before tomorrow. So I'm going to be working on it as soon as we get off the air here. So let me know.
So if you can help, here's a number to text. It's 800-447-7234.